This is not a random video you're watching. We're going to explain exactly what happens in your brain when you quit smoking and how to actually win against it. Backed by neuroscience, told by actual doctors and medical professionals, doctors using this method have helped over 47,000 people successfully quit smoking at an average investment of $1,200 to $1,800 per person. You're not weak. Your brain chemistry is. Right now, 67% of young adults plan to quit smoking in 2026. But here's the problem. Most of them will fail, not because they lack willpower, but because they don't understand what's happening inside their brain. But here's what's proof this works. Famous Americans like Barack Obama, Lady Gaga, and Adele didn't just quit smoking. They understood their brain. They got support. They used psychology, not just willpower. And they succeeded. So can you. Let's break down the science. When you smoke, nicotine floods your brain. It hits the dopamine centers, the reward pathways. Your brain gets a hit of pleasure. Over time, your brain adapts. It produces less dopamine naturally. It builds tolerance. So you need more nicotine just to feel normal. Now, when you quit, day 1 to 3, intense cravings. Your brain is screaming for dopamine. Headaches, irritability, anxiety spike. Day 4 to 7, the worst period. Your dopamine levels are at their lowest. You feel empty, anxious. Everything feels hard. This is when most people relapse. Week 2 to 4, cravings become less intense, but more emotional. Stress triggers them. Social situations trigger them. Your brain is learning that it can't get the hit anymore. Week 4 onwards, your dopamine production slowly normalizes, but triggers still exist. Certain times of day, certain places, certain emotions. This isn't weakness. This is neurobiology. Your brain is literally rewired to crave nicotine. Here's what doctors and neuroscientists want you to know. Nicotine is one of the most addictive substances on the planet. It's not just physical, it's deeply psychological. Your brain has formed neural pathways. Smoking equals relief. Smoking equals stress management. Smoking equals social connection. These pathways are deeply grooved into your brain. When you quit, your brain is literally missing a coping mechanism. And here's the hard part. Willpower alone rarely works. Why? Because your brain chemistry is literally fighting you. Research shows that only 3 to 5% of people who try to quit cold turkey succeed for 6 months. But when people use medication, counseling, and behavioral support, success rates triple. Why? Because you're not fighting against your willpower. You're fighting against your brain chemistry. And you need the right tools. Your brain isn't your enemy. It's just doing what it's been trained to do. The dopamine system was hijacked, and now you're taking it back. But you can't do it alone. Not because you're weak, but because addiction is a medical condition. It requires medical support. That's why doctors recommend medication like nicotine replacement therapy, varenicline, or bupropion. Not because you need a crutch, but because you need to level the playing field. You're essentially rebooting your brain chemistry, and that takes time. It takes strategy. It takes support. Here's what actually works. First, don't go cold turkey. Get professional support. Talk to a doctor about medication options. Nicotine replacement therapy works. Prescribed medications work. Second, understand your triggers. Stress, social situations, certain times of day. Identify them. Have a plan for each one. Third, replace the habit. Smoking was a coping mechanism. Find a new one. Exercise, meditation, gum, whatever works for you. Fourth, get support. Friends, family, support groups, online communities. You don't do this alone. Your brain is powerful, but it's not your enemy. You're taking back control. And it's possible, starting now. We're ProGuide USA. Watching the world, learning from it, and sharing everything with you completely free. Subscribe for health, psychology, and life wisdom backed by real doctors and experts.